Installation of electrical devices. Receptacle installation. Duplex receptacle decor and standard style front view. All receptacles installed in residential applications must be of the tamper-resistant type. Rear view of the duplex receptacle. Receptacle yoke, frame. Push-in terminals. The push-in connection is not recommended for receptacles, especially those with high current consumption, due to poor connection, which may cause damage to the device, overheating, burning. Receptacle mounting screws. Grounding screw, green. Neutral screws, silver. Hot screws, gold. A properly spliced receptacle outlet should have 3 5 leads, wires, for connection to a receptacle device. Do not connect more than 2 wires to the back of the receptacle. Instead, splice the wires properly before connecting to the receptacle. When attaching the receptacle to the junction box, pay attention to the gap between the top of the junction box and the surface of the installed drywall. The gap between the drywall surface and the top of the installed box housing must not be greater than 1/4 inch. Box extender with attachment screws. If the gap between the drywall surface and the top of the installed box housing is greater than 1/4 inch, a box extension must be installed. The gap between the non-combustible surface around the boxes should not be greater than 1/8 inch. If the gap is greater than 1/8 inch, the drywall must be repaired. The receptacle yoke, frame, must rest on the mounted drywall so that the receptacle can be firmly attached to the junction box. If receptacle yoke, frame, cannot adhere firmly to the drywall face, too large gap between the drywall and the junction box, a spacer must be used between the receptacle yoke and the junction box to properly secure the receptacle. Outlet spacer. Outlet spacer made of wire nut. The spacer is installed between the receptacle yoke and the junction box so that the bottom of the yoke matches the face height of the drywall. Install a box extension if needed. The gap between the drywall surface and the top of the installed box casing is greater than 1/4 inch. Install the duplex receptacle. Installation of the receptacle on the outlet box with 3 wires prepared for connecting the receptacle. Splicing, connection sketch. Ground wire. Ground wire connected to the receptacle, green screw. Neutral wire. Neutral wire connected to the receptacle, silver screw. Hot wire. Hot wire connected to the receptacle, gold screw. Installation of the duplex receptacle to the 3 wires coming out of the junction box. Pull the spliced wires out of the junction box. Strip the ends of the wires about 1/2 inch and make a loop in the ends of all the wires. Connect the ground, bare, wire to the ground, green screw, terminal of the receptacle. Connect the neutral, white, wire to the neutral terminal, silver screw, of the receptacle. Connect the hot, black, wire to the hot terminal, gold screw, of the receptacle. Fold the wires. Push them neatly into the junction box and attach the receptacle to this junction box. Level the receptacle. Attach the receptacle wall plate. Installation of the receptacle on the outlet box with 5 wires prepared for connecting the receptacle. Splicing, connection sketch. Ground wire. Ground wire connected to the receptacle, green screw. Neutral wires. Neutral wires connected to the receptacle, silver screws. Hot wires. Hot wires connected to the receptacle, gold screws. Installation of the duplex receptacle to the 5 wires coming out of the junction box. Pull the spliced wires out of the junction box. Strip the ends of the wires about 1/2 inch and make a loop in the ends of all the wires. Connect the ground, bare, wire to the ground, green screw, terminal of the receptacle. Connect the neutral, white, wires to the neutral terminals, silver screws, of the receptacle. Connect the hot, black, wires to the hot terminals, gold screws, of the receptacle. Fold the wires. Push them neatly into the junction box and attach the receptacle to this junction box. Level the receptacle. Attach the receptacle wall plate. Single pole switch installation. Single pole switch decora and standard style front view. Rear view of the single pole switch. Switch yoke, frame. Switch mounting screws. Push-in terminals. Grounding screw, green. Hot screws, gold. Install a single pole switch. Splicing, connection sketch. A single pole switch outlet have 3 leads, wires, for connection to a switching device. Ground wire. Ground wire connected to the switch, green screw. Hot wire to the light fixture. Hot wire to light fixture connected to any of the two switch terminals, gold screws. Hot wire. Hot wire connected to any of the two switch terminals, gold screws. When attaching the switch to the junction box, pay attention to the gap between the top of the junction box and the surface of the installed drywall. Same rules and restrictions apply as for a receptacle. Installation of the single pole switch to the wires coming out of the junction box. Pull the spliced wires out of the junction box. Strip the ends of the wires about 1/2 inch and make a loop on the ground wire. If required by the NEC Code, install a box extender. Connect the ground, bare, wire to the ground, green, screw. Connect the two hot, black, wires to either of the two hot, gold, screws. Fold the wires. Push them neatly into the junction box and attach the switch to the junction box. Level the switch. Attach the switch wall plate. Installation of lighting fixtures. Splicing, connection sketch. The light outlet usually has 3 leads, wires. Ground wire. Ground, bare, wire of the light fixture connected to the ground, bare, wire from the junction box. Neutral wire. Neutral, white, wire of the light fixture connected to the neutral, white, wire from the junction box. Hot wire. Hot, black, wire of the light fixture connected to the hot, black, wire from the junction box. The drywall around the fan junction box must be repaired. Installation of a ceiling light fixture for surface mounting. Better Homes and Gardens surface mount light fixture. Light fixture package includes light fixture main body, light fixture lens, lens ring support nuts, light bulbs, wire nuts, screws securing the main body of the light fixture to the junction box. Turn off the power and install the light fixture. Strip ends of the wire about 1/2 inch. Pre-install the supplied screws to secure the main body of the light fixture to the junction box. Using the supplied wire nut, connect the bare equipment ground wire to the bare ground wire from the junction box. Connect the neutral, white, wires from the light fixture to the neutral, white, wire from the junction box. Connect the hot, black wires from the light fixture to the hot, black wire from the junction box. Insert the connected wires into the junction box. Lift the light fixture to the pre-installed mounting screws in the junction box. Align the screws with the mounting holes in the main body of the fixture. Rotate the fixture until the screws hold it. Tighten the screws. Install the light bulbs. Lens ring support bolts. Put the light fixture lens on top of the ring. Lift the ring up to the mounting bolts. Align the holes in the ring with the bolts and secure the ring with the supplied nuts. Restore power. Smoke detector and carbon monoxide smoke detector installation. The smoke detector and the carbon monoxide smoke detector are installed in the same way. Only the detectors differ internally in the way they detect the threat. Installing a smoke and carbon monoxide smoke detector. Splicing connection sketch. The alarm detector outlet has 3 leads, wires, for connecting to the alarm detector. Ground wire, spliced, inside the junction box. Neutral wire. Neutral, white wire of the alarm detector quick connector connected to the neutral, white wire from the junction box. Interconnection wire, transmits signal between alarms. Interconnection, red wire of the alarm detector quick connector connected to the interconnection, red wire from the junction box. Hot wire. Hot, black wire of the alarm detector quick connector connected to the hot, black wire from the junction box. KIDA or similar hardwired smoke detector installation. The KIDA smoke alarm kit includes detector, trim ring, mounting plate, power quick connector, dust cover. Instruction. Disconnect the power supply by turning off the breaker supplying the detector junction box. Pre-install the screws in the junction box that will support the detector mounting plate. Install power quick connector for the detector. Remove the insulator from the red wire of the power quick connector and connect this wire to the red wires from the junction box. The red wire from the quick connector is not used when the detector is powered as a single detector, only one detector, not the interconnected alarm system. Connect the black wire from the power quick connector to the black, hot wires from the junction box. Connect the white wire from the power quick connector to the white, neutral wires from the junction box. Install a box extension if necessary. The gap between the drywall surface and the outlet box is deeper than 1/4 inch. Install the detector mounting plate. The mounting screws must be in the narrow ends of the mounting holes before tightening the screws. Align the contacts of the power connector plug and the detector socket, and then connect by pressing the quick connector into the detector socket until it locks. Insert the wires into the electrical box and mount the detector on the mounting plate by turning it clockwise until it clicks into place. Press the test button and test the smoke detector. Restore power. When the detector is powered up and the green light is on, retest the device to make sure it is working properly. Protect the detector from dust if necessary. During construction, the detector will not detect gases when covered.